the key point about universe self-replication cosmology, as opposed to the cosmologies that physicists have mostly been exploring, is that in general physics and physicists have been really successful in applying the concepts of mathematical symmetry and even sort of the abstract or the non-scientific concept of beauty. And it just, I mean, it is astounding how simple the processes are that for example, particle physics can be described by very symmetric situations, and the symmetries have been used to predict the existence of particles that hadn't yet been discovered, and then they were discovered to be exactly as they were predicted. The idea of mathematical symmetry and beauty has done physicists great benefit through the 20th century. And then we started having to start worrying about symmetry breaking. And that got us to how mass actually comes into existence, how particles acquire their mass. And we start getting into more and more situations that are much more complex as we get deeper into the details of physics. So the universe self-replication cosmology just says math is great, do what you can with it, but let's move on, because there is another paradigm that is more robust, but doesn't address origins, doesn't address like some abstract idea that we're going to be able to find out exactly what happened particle by particle, step by step, from the beginning to today. The analogy to biological processes, and of course the human being. Here we are. We are at the end of a long tree of life, and it came from an initial spark of life. But we have no idea, and we probably never will, what that spark of life looked like, or how it came to be, or where and when it came to be. And when you really look at it from this perspective, it's pretty much the same with cosmology. The farther back we go till we get to the point of inflation, the laws of physics that we know about just stop working, and we can't dig any deeper. But by applying an analogy to biological life, we can kind of give the universe more wiggle room, more ability to adjust its physical laws and parameters in past universes that give it explanatory power. Why is our universe so ridiculously complex compared to what you can imagine as being the simplest universe creating life, or the simplest universe that could simply reproduce but had no life? And we talked about that some, and we're going to talk about it more.